The woman just went for a swim in the pool but unexpectedly found out she was pregnant a month later. She felt very confused. She had never been with a man. How could she be pregnant? Hearing this, even the doctor didn't know why she became pregnant. It turned out that a month ago, the man was diagnosed with oligospermia and was told he couldn't have children. The man couldn't accept it. In a fit of anger, he threw the completed test materials into the pool. And just at that time, the woman was swimming in the pool. So somehow, she unexpectedly became pregnant. 6 years later, the man's father met a little boy in the hospital. He knew at first glance that the boy must be his grandson, because the boy looked exactly like the man did when he was young. At the sight of the boy, the grandpa who could barely walk immediately stood up. He handed the boy a business card and told him to reach out if needed. And then he quietly plucked his hair when no one was looking. The DNA test confirmed the boy was indeed his biological grandson, and the old man leapt up from his wheelchair once again. The butler kept shouting excitedly, thinking this was truly a miracle. The old man also kept shouting that he had a grandson. To his surprise, the butler said even though the boy looked very much like his son, he couldn't just claim every similar-looking boy as his grandson. This was already the 6th child he's acknowledged this year. The old man excitedly said this time it's really his grandson. Unexpectedly, his excitement caused his high blood pressure to flare up. When he was sent to the hospital again, he saw the boy once more. It turned out the woman's father was also rushed to the hospital due to illness. Grandpa told the man in the ward that the boy from yesterday was his son and urged him to send someone to find the boy immediately. But the man thought his father was just missing his grandson too much, just to make him happy. The man sent people out to search for the boy all over the streets. But at this moment, the boy was also in the hospital. Just then, the old man next door seemed to hear the boy's voice and immediately jumped out of bed, getting down on the ground. Then he ignored the butler's protests and rushed out to find his grandson. At that moment, the boy was digging through the trash with his grandfather looking for recyclables. Unexpectedly, they ran into his divorced grandmother's family. He pushed the old man to the ground, making him pass out, while the woman was scolded by her stepfather for having a child out of wedlock. He shamed his mother and kept hitting him non-stop. The woman saw her dying father. She knelt down and begged his mother and stepfather for mercy, asking them to save her father. Her stepfather told her that if she agreed to marry an old man in the village, he would help her father get medical treatment. But the condition was that the boy had to be sent to an orphanage. She couldn't keep the boy with her. Hearing this, the woman flatly refused. In the scuffle, they started hitting them. Luckily, Grandpa and the man arrived just in time. The man told the woman that his father most likely had dementia, which was why he kept calling every child his grandson. The boy turned around in tears, begging him to save his grandpa and saying he'd do anything in return. Hearing this, the old man felt heartbroken. He picked up the cane from the ground and started beating the man. He blamed himself for his grandson ending up homeless and working like a slave. The man said his father was getting more and more confused, even though he clearly knew he couldn't have children. He didn't even know this woman. How could he possibly have a child with her? The old man was so angry he nearly fainted. Then he directly took out the paternity test report, and instantly everyone was shocked.